Confident Computing number 810. 5 steps to repair Windows 10 without losing programs. Hi everyone, I'm Leo Notenboom. As you could tell from my COVID hair hat, I'm the Leo behind askleo.com, where I've been answering your questions since 2003. It's funny, when I was thinking about today's newsletter, I realized that I'd be recording this introduction, and it dawned on me, 810. Man, that's a big number. I have been doing this newsletter, well, not since 2003. I waited a couple of years, I think it was, before I started. But 810 times I've published this weekly newsletter, and I hope you're getting value out of it. I hope you have an opportunity to share it with a friend. If you haven't, if you're not subscribed, newsletter.askleo.com is the place to go, and we'll get you hooked up. It is the place to make sure that you're getting confident computing every week in your inbox. This week, our featured story is, in fact, what I just mentioned. That whole concept of reformatting and reinstalling is a pain. It used to be the go-to solution for a lot of different problems in Windows, and something that we just did kind of regularly. Just sort of assumed that you would have to reformat and reinstall every year or two, I think, if your machine was halfway busy or if you were a geek trying different things like I was. It's gotten a lot better. It really has. We don't necessarily have to plan on reformatting and reinstalling Windows on a regular basis, but rather we end up looking at it when we're dealing with problems with Windows. Reformatting and reinstalling is a royal pain. And the reason it's a pain, of course, is because it erases everything. It erases your programs, it erases your settings, it erases your data. Of course, you need to back up first, but even then, restoring everything and reinstalling everything can be a royal pain. This week's article, 5 Steps to Repair Windows 10 Without Losing Programs, actually goes through a sequence of, I'll just call them increasingly more serious steps to see if they won't fix whatever problem it is you're having with Windows without having to resort to the nuclear option. Also this week, gray text. I hear about gray text all the time from various readers and folks who are just, isn't there a way, what do web designers really have against us with poor eyesight? Well, they don't necessarily have anything against you. It's just the current fad. The fads will change, as they often do, but for the time being, we're stuck with a lot of gray text that can be hard to read. One of the problems, of course, is when you print something that has gray text, it may very well print out grayer, for lack of a better term, and be even harder to read, depending on your printer and a bunch of other things. How do I print an email in black instead of gray? And Outlook.com discusses one common scenario for people that are dealing with this in their email. So, one of the things we're also seeing, especially lately during our pandemic, is a lot of people are using VPNs to connect to the internet for a variety of reasons. One of the questions I frequently get is, okay, I'm using a VPN. I get that, what I'm doing is hidden from anybody who might be checking up on me, who might be snooping on my connection. But can my ISP see that I'm using a VPN? That I'm actually trying to avoid their surveillance? The answer is yes, and we'll talk about some of the ramifications in, can my ISP see if I'm using a VPN or a proxy? Also, the answer being yes is, can someone install something on my computer when it's not logged in? You would think that being not logged into your computer would be sufficient to keep people from doing malicious things to it. Nope, not even close. It goes back to one of my, I'll just say my mantras from many, many years. If it's not physically secure, it's not secure. Can someone install something on my computer when it's not logged in? Covers the issue and some of the things you need to think about, and perhaps some of the steps you want to take should you find yourself in that situation. As a side note, I'm continuing to do video. I'm continuing to play with video. Most of it makes its way to the website, but not all of it does. You might want to check out the Ask Leo YouTube channel, askleo.com/YouTube. Check it out. See what kinds of things I'm publishing there. I am actually answering people's questions occasionally with a direct to them video. You'll find those and pretty much everything else I'm doing in video on my YouTube channel. Head out there and subscribe. This week's TEH podcast was dominated with feeling sorry, to be honest, for Facebook moderators. And it's actually more than just Facebook, but it's Facebook that recently won the Facebook moderators that recently won a court decision awarding them what is essentially PTSD awards, that they're having to deal with so much, I'll just call it icky stuff in the posts and the videos and the pictures that they're having to moderate. They're facing PTSD. Like I said, it's more than just Facebook, it's Google, it's other places that do any kind of moderation at all. So we had a lively discussion about that one. Also talked about my brand new phone. I got a new one. The old one finally crapped out on me one too many times. We talked a little bit more about camera hardware that Gary and I are both using for our various videos that we're doing, like the one I'm doing right now. A reminder that in about a week and a half, we'll have a new Ask Leo Live where I'll be reviewing the results of the survey that I asked people to take earlier this year. Some very interesting trends, and I'll be talking about them, some of my comments and interpretations on the results. And of course, since it'll be a live event, I'll absolutely be taking your comments and your questions about that and anything else live in real time. So that's this week's Confident Computing number 810. Hard to believe. Hope you find it interesting. If you're not a subscriber, newsletter.askleo.com to subscribe to the weekly newsletter, and I will see you again next week. Thanks, everyone. Take care.